Welcome back everyone, Prado 150 out of here. Just trying out one of these beers. Don't know if anyone's heard of the Traveller beer. It's low carb, so it must be good for you. Here I am in my shed. So today's a bit of a different one. Normally you see us out on the tracks, cooking up a feed at camp, but I wanted to take a moment to share a bit of the real life behind all of this. My name's Mike, and if you're new to the channel, just stick around. I'm going to share a few things about the YouTube creator, I suppose you could call me. And if you have already subscribed to the channel, I just want to say a big thanks. I really appreciate the journey that you've come with me on, especially if you've been around with us for the last number of years. I just want to say thanks for all the comments. A lot of encouragement there, thank you. And some of those comments make you just want to get up and make that next video for you guys. It's just been absolutely awesome. It's been a great journey. You know, YouTube, Instagram, you know, all the socials, they always seem to portray the best part of your life, which is great. And we do it as well, but it's not always, you know, I don't know, roses and having a great time, big smiles, all that kind of thing. And this episode, or what I'm about to share with you guys, it's not like a pity story. It's just part of our journey that I want to share with you guys. And if it helps, even just one of yous that are watching, it's all worth it. It's all worth just having a bit of a chat and sharing some of our journey, real life stuff. Before I go on, just a bit of a sidetrack here. You can see on my table here, this thing's called an Ezy-Jak. It is what it is. It is an Ezy-Jak. This part here, it jacks up your car if you've got a flat tire or whatever you need to jack your car up for. This one here is like a rattle gun. They work on 12 volts. I have used them. They're absolutely amazing. If you want one, or you're interested in one, check out their website. It's ezyjak.com.au, EZYJAK. I've got a discount code. I'll leave that on the screen right now for you. Jump on over, have a look. They do have a more of a heavy duty top of jack, works in the same way. Plugs into your cigarette lighter, and it's a nifty little tool to have, especially on those outback tracks. So most of you have met our team. I'll say our team as in our family. You've met Shelley in our videos. Now, she's been on kidney dialysis for well, over 7 years, 10 years to be exact. Well, she got diagnosed with kidney failure, 10 years ago. Lately, she said she's not feeling as strong as she used to be, and I suppose that's kind of hit me hard being the husband. So I'll just give you a bit of background to that. So I don't know if you guys kind of know what I'm talking about. It may not be a kidney failure type of a medical situation. It might be some other medical situation or something that goes on in your family. And sometimes, some days is a challenge, and it could be especially a challenge to get out and enjoy, the beautiful what Australia has to offer, as in camping and the outback. And you might have some restrictions that prevent you from going out there. So hopefully by sharing a bit of my story, especially of late, look, I'm going to be pretty raw, pretty blunt, and pretty honest here. And I'm trying not to edit this video, but I've had a few pauses, so if I don't edit it, it'll end up being a 2-hour episode instead of a 30-minute episode. So just bear with me as I share some things. So I suppose the other day we went away for a night, Goombara Valley campground, and I had a few days off work, and I said to Charlie, look, let's just go away for a night, just me and you. Of course, the kids are welcome to come, no worries at all. But I took the opportunity that we could just get away. I promised her not to film, no filming, not making an episode, just Shelley and I getting away with the van. She's a bit reluctant. Don't know why. Well, I didn't know why at the time. I don't know, sometimes I can pick, other times I can't. But it was like, oh, that's a bit weird. She's just not quite the same, not acting quite the same. So anyway, we went out there and we were sitting down, and the storms were going to be rolling in, but they didn't roll in. Gave us a chance to sit under the awning, have the campfire going, and we started having a bit of a chat. And of course, good husband that I am, I said, "How are you going?" And Shelley said, "Well, I don't know." And she said, "That's why I didn't want to come out tonight, because I didn't want to talk about this. But you got to have those hard conversations, don't you?" So anyway, I've had a few days to kind of wrap my head around this, but it was like Shelley said, if I could have a week and not go to dialysis, or not go to dialysis, that got my attention pretty quick. So I don't know if you know, but Shelley is on dialysis. It's 4-hour sessions, but she's in the clinic for 5 hours. They're 3 days a week, every single week. And what it is that she goes in there on a Monday. She's got to be there by 7:30, and they put these fairly big needles inside of her. And what it does is it takes blood out of one needle, goes in the machine, which you'll see on the screen right now. It does its, flushing, does what the kidneys do. It takes fluid out. They set the machine to how much fluid, comes out, cleans the blood, puts it all back in there. Now, she does that over 4 hours. So it's a 4-hour session, as I said. By the time she's finished and walks out, it's been, 5 hours there. Some days it leaves Shelley a little bit tired or faint, or just, mentally drained, sometimes physically drained. She's given me examples of, going to the shop and on the way home from dialysis, and can't remember what it was that she was going to buy, and walks out with nothing because she can't remember, the shopping list for the day, or what she, and normally on any other day or a good day, she's pretty good with the memory. So yeah, after the dialysis, or after the machine is finished, doing the job that your kidneys do, she goes home. She's the kind of person that doesn't want to stop, so she doesn't want to waste life, doesn't want to waste time. So, she's home, she's doing something, she's running around for the kids, making dinner, cleaning the house, doing the washing, all the things that, a general household does. Running her, parents somewhere, or doing this or doing that, trying to get a coffee in with someone sometimes. Then it's Tuesday, gets up in the morning, goes for a walk, about 6 o'clock, good half an hour walk. The day starts, depending on what day it is. And then the next day, which is the Wednesday, she's back into it again. Drives down to the clinic, 7:30 in the morning, needles in, does the dialysis, finishes up, comes home or does whatever. Thursday's off, and Friday back into it again, and the weekend's off. It's fortunate she's got the weekend off. So that's life at the moment. And I've got to admit, as a husband, I work shift work full time, and you don't pick up the cues sometimes, and you're doing life, and Shelley's doing stuff, and you're doing stuff. And it's not until you have those little conversations there you find out really what's going on. So let's put it this way, if you've got a bit of a graph thing going like this, and down here's not too good going, and then you pick yourself up and you're back up here again, well, I haven't heard Shelley talk like that before, so it was probably right down there in the bottom there. And so, of course, any good husband would be absolutely, oh my goodness, and worried sick, in fact, and, a few tears come by. Comments like, oh, I'm not the same as I was, a few years ago, or even in the last few weeks. Now, I don't like to say this, or don't like to think this, but look, kidney dialysis, it doesn't last forever on everyone. So it has its time limit. So what I'm trying to say, what I was saying to Shelley is, look, you know, it's like money. You know, you get $1,000, you can make that $1,000 last you for a few years. You might only make it last a week. So, I'm saying to Shelley, well, we need to, get a balance here going of a bit less, so you survive, longer. Don't use up all that now. So we've only got, a couple of years out of you. We want you to be around, when we're, getting on to our 70s and maybe our 80s. Who knows? But in reality, that may or may not could be the case. I mean, I suppose in the back of your mind, you don't think about it. You don't think that there's a time limit. There is a clock ticking. So that is probably our life, behind the scenes, behind the scenes of what you would normally see. And look, please feel free to make a comment if you know what that's all about. If you've been there, know someone, you might be going through the same thing. It might not be kidney dialysis, it might be something else. Let us know. I'd like to know, and I'd like to read your comments, be encouraged by it. And so look, we're trying to make a few changes. There's always those people that doubt you, don't agree with you, disagree with you, don't believe in you. All those, the kind. Or they make up rumours about you if they don't know the truth. So I just wanted to present it to you guys that are watching. I'm trying to, work out a way that I can work less and more time, with, let's say, with your loved one, which is Shelley, my wife. I can't imagine life without her, and I know there's probably even anyone watching. Maybe you've been in a situation where you don't have your spouse anymore, or something like that, or a family member. But when that thought comes by, it's like I don't know if I could, go another day if Shelley wasn't around anymore. So all that stuff goes through your head. So getting back to the channel and why we do the YouTube channel. At the moment, there's just been a few little things going on, and I'm just in a position where we're tweaking things and just, Shelley, don't do that. You're resting up. That kind of thing. That's the focus at the moment. But it's not all, gloom and doom and sadness and things like that. I like to use the words perseverance and love in this situation. So we keep going, we're positive, we keep getting out there and making the most of what we got, making the most of life, and what we can make of it. So look, I guess the reason why I wanted to share this is because life isn't always, highlight reels, perfect sunsets. There's a lot that happens in between these moments, and for us that's dialysis, fatigue, and a lot of patience.
Well, I had a time, how many years ago? About 7 years ago? Would have been about 7 years ago, when I was misdiagnosed, or undiagnosed bowel obstruction.
Yes.
Talk about the fun stuff there.
Yep.
But that was undiagnosed for nearly 2 weeks, and I thought that I actually thought I was going to die, and that I was going to die unable to eat.
I just want to say, if you're watching this and you're going through something tough, maybe health, maybe family, I just want you to know that you're not alone in that. As I said, I've written a few notes because I don't want to miss anything, and I don't want to, keep going longer than I should be. So, Prado 150 out of here. Well, Prado 150 out of here is because I got a Prado. I don't know what I'd do if I changed my car. Not that I want to. I'd have to call the channel something different, wouldn't I? But that's what it's all about, getting out here, getting out of there, or out of here in this beast. I call it a beast. I think the Prado's very underrated, actually. And it's got 326,000 Ks on the clock. And look, as far as I know, it's going pretty good. Dan from Leviathan, he said the next thing you may need in the next 40 to 60,000 Ks might be a turbo, because they start to kind of fatigue, around about that kilometre range. So I might have to put a bit of money away for that, save up. I'm hoping that she'll be right to get us over to Tasmania at least, and all that bit of tripping around there, over there. Now, the reason why we love hitting the road is because these trips give Shelley something to look forward to. Dialysis takes a lot, but exploring Australia gives us that freedom, even if it's just for a few days. Now, we are fortunate in a sense that, and look, we push for it, or I do anyway. I make sure that it's no trouble. So, for instance, example, we're going to Tassie, March next year, and we're going to spend at least a month there. We're able to go and do dialysis over there. Now, if Shelley's that kind of person that goes, I'm sorry to be a burden or trouble, because obviously, you're travelling and then you've got to go back and do dialysis. And look, it's far from my thoughts at all. If we've parked a caravan here and we've got to travel for dialysis and it's 2 hours away over there, and we get get the dialysis done, and we come back to the van and we do our thing, and then we go, oh yeah, we've got to go over and do the dialysis again. Yep, it's just like a speed bump, I suppose. Like, oh well, it's just something you got to do. Yep, get that done. Come back, we'll get on with it, and keep doing what we're doing. Oh, another dialysis session. So we, cruise over there and we get that done, and then we're back into it again with a reason, of course, because you got to be careful that you're not doing too much. So when you see us camping, cooking, laughing out there, know that it means more than just content. It's our way of living to the fullest while we can. Big words, aren't they? While we can. Now, some people say that, how do I put this? Some people, I don't know, the doubters or the rumour spreaders or whatever you call them, they like to say that the reason why I'm trying to lessen my work hours is because I want to go and do solo trips all the time, and that's the only reason. And then I go out and I'll leave my wife at home and I go out and do what I want to do and whatever I do. Okay, so my thoughts and opinions on those comments is that what shallow-minded and shallow thoughts that those people have, because it's not about me, but it is about me, and it is about our family. So it's not always pleasant knowing that your wife's going through this medical situation. So it gets me down. It makes me sad when I'm in there watching Shelley get her dialysis done. It does. It just has an effect. It has effect on me as the husband, and we're best friends. It's like, if you had your best friend going through something like that, it does it. It's not like you feel sorry for them. It's not like this or that. Sometimes it just makes you a little bit sad, and well, I suppose sorry that they have to go through it. Sometimes you think, man, maybe I could have dialysis for a week just to take that away from you. But I may not even be as strong as Shelley is when she's going through this part of her medical situation. So people do say that it's good for the person or the carer or the whoever to get away sometimes and just do their thing. And my thing is going away sometimes with full support and encouragement from Shelley to go away and have a solo trip or do a trip with, you know, some blokes sometimes. It's like a mental reprieve, or, you know, good for the soul. And what it does is, I suppose it refreshes me, it strengthens me, so I can come back and keep being the supportive husband that I can, you know, be, you know, for Shelley. So, yes, I do that. I take my kids away. Someone Shelley can't make that. Again, fully supportive of me doing that, like our Victorian high country. Shelley couldn't make that. You know, probably be an impossible trip for her in that sense because of the situation and the remoteness and that type of thing. So, you know, you got to be a bit careful and a bit smart in, you know, what you do. So, and also, on a personal note, I've got one of those jobs that is mentally draining. I do shift work. I work night shift occasionally. I work all around the clock. I work different hours, different start times, finish times, and with the potential of seeing things that most people probably wouldn't ever see in their lifetime. So, you know, you've got to take care of your own, I don't know, mental health, I suppose, is the best way to say it. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to balance it all out. Be a supportive, positive person, you know, with Shelley, and you know, looking after my own mental state, I suppose you could call it. So I'm in a position to be a good supporter. So, and don't get me wrong, I like all aspects of it, and you'll see that in my previous episodes. There'll be times when I am on my own. There'll be times when I'm with the kids, and there'll be times when we're all out as a family, and when we're out with Shelley and I just having a good time together. So we combine it all, make it all different, and we enjoy every aspect of that. Sometimes I feel guilty when I go away on my own. You know, I think, oh, I'm not taking Shelley, or Shelley's stuck here at home, or she's not able to get away, or you know, I'm reluctant to do it sometimes. And I did an Outback Queensland trip with Anthony from 4x4 Diesel and 4x4 Adventure, the same. And Anthony, don't listen to this bit, but you know, I had a moment there where the trip was planned, and it was, you know, a bit of a boys' trip, and we were going to do, we did do this enormous big trip in, you know, 2.5 weeks. And I suppose a couple of days before I was to meet him on the coast there, I was going to cancel it. And the reason being is that, like, I had the time off, it was all good. We hadn't long come back from Victorian high country. I did have a few weeks at home, and then I had this trip. So I nearly ring up Anthony and go, oh mate, I can't do it. I'm just got back from Victoria not that long ago, and I'm just feeling a bit bad to go and leave Shelley again and take off. Anyway, after some serious talks with Shelley, she was like, basically, you know, you're going. you need to go, and you know, you've been asked to go on this trip, and you need to go. So they're just different scenarios and situations that we have that go on in the background to you know, doing this channel. But you know what? I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. I really enjoy doing this YouTube channel, and I hope that I bring something different. I don't know, something different that is different to any other YouTube channel out there. Well, if I do, let us know, because that's a good encouragement. Let me know in the comments what I bring to anyone or to you watching this at the moment. Look, thanks for listening. Maybe you know someone doing it tough as well, and if you do, give them a call. And if you're one of them, I say hang in there. We'll see you on the next adventure. That's what I reckon. So we're not going anywhere. Shelley's very, very, very supportive of us making content. And like I said, for example, the last time we went to Tassie, we took the car, we took the Prado, and we stayed in Airbnbs. And we had a shorter time there. I did want to take the caravan, but I balked at the cost of putting the caravan on. Probably because at Christmas it was quite high. But I tell you what, you know, by the time you stay in Airbnbs around the place, it probably would have been, if we're talking about expenses, it would have been cheaper to take the van anyway and pay the higher price. So when I came back, I'll go back. When we were over there, I said to Shelley, we've got to bring the van over here and just take a month and just have a good time, just going from place to place, exploring, doing all these free camps, and just, you know, doing that. So when we got back soon after, because if you don't plan stuff and make it happen, it doesn't happen, does it? So I got online and we booked and paid the caravan to go on the boat over to Tassie. So how we're doing that is that Shelley's going to fly from here, Toowoomba, and she's going to meet me over at Launceston, and I'm going to drive. So I'm going to leave a few days early, of course, and I'm going to be there in time to pick her up from the airport. And we're going to work our dialysis sessions around, because you can have them at Launceston and Hobart and Burnie. So it's 3 places. We've already pretty much booked them all in, so that's been sorted. Shelley doesn't like being in the limbo, which I can understand. I'm a bit of a, not fly by night, but she'll be right, mate, type of person I am. So, you know, I'm a bit more casual than Shelley. She likes it to be organised, and she would be. She's the one that is worried that she's not going to get her dialysis when she needs it. So I can completely understand that. So together, we make a bit of a team, and we get through it. So that's going to be our next big adventure, I suppose you could say. We had a funny conversation. I said, well, when we come back over, I'm trying to convince her to catch the boat with me to come back over. She's still settled on flying back. When we get to Geelong, are we going to turn left and head to Adelaide, or are we going to turn right and head up into Melbourne? I want to take Shelley up into some of the high country. I know we can't go in there too much, and then make our way into Bright. Hopefully that's a bit of a plan. Adelaide's a bit harder to get dialysis, so anyway, we'll work that out. It's going to be good. Take the Jayco cross track. Well, I'm going to leave it there. It wasn't an easy, I suppose, an easy episode, or easy to talk, but I think it's all about being real, raw, and this is life, you know, in the background. So I wanted you guys to get to know a bit more about the creator behind Prado 150 out of here. And as I said, any questions, I'm happy to answer them. If you've got anything you want to say, any comments, please leave a comment. Let me know. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about here. If you've been through something similar or are going through something similar, we can encourage each other. And I really hope that by putting out these episodes that I'm encouraging you, and you're being able to see things that we're doing, encouraging you to get out and do them yourself, or if not, sit back in your lounge chair and watch us, having a good time, having a laugh, and we hope we put a smile on your face. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.